So, I'm sure you guys didn't click on the video for me to ramble on about plastic packaging. You come here for me to talk about the figure. Well, let me fix that. Now that we have Miss Rogue out of the packaging, let me bring her up close. We can take a look at these details she has. And it looks really good. It looks accurate to Rogue in the 90s, so can't really complain there. But there are a few nitpicks I do want to go over as we focus the camera again. Focus. Like, her face is nice. It's a lot better than the, of course, Juggernaut Build-A-Figure-Weight version that came out before this one. But there are a few things. They could have prettied her up just a little bit, like how she looked in the X-Men animated series, of course, the first one. They could have done that, but they chose not to. But she looks like a very strong, independent woman who could fly and kill you, basically, with a few punches. But she looks good. I like the hair, the browns, the whites. Of course, she's got her little bandana on her head, of course. X symbol looks very well done. I don't like how, though, the butterfly joints on the inside are yellow. It would have been better if they were brown so it all match. But beggars can't be choosers. The X on her chest and lines are printed. They're not sculpted. I like a company we do know that does that. Belt, a severed piece, but all sculpted real nice. Let me bring our arms out more. So every pouch, everything, including that, looks really nice here. And really accurate to a 90s Rogue, for sure. All the way down, it's the typical female legs before they really upgraded. She got pins at the top of the leg and also the bottom as well, but it's just yellow and green plastic together. The only thing really that really stands out for her is, of course, her outfit and her head sculpt and everything. But again, if you compare it to the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure-Weight one, it is a major improvement over that one. But let's look into her accessories real quick, then we'll get into some comparisons. So for her accessories, besides the fist hand, comes when she has an open hand, where she can grab somebody and take their power. If you want her to complete that look, like she take off her glove, you get one where it is gripping the loose glove, which is, there goes my camera again and again. There it goes. That's really neat. We got camera focus, but there goes my camera being so shaky and everything. But let me push her back, and we'll bring in some other figures to compare with. Focus. There we go. So for the first two, I want to bring in some villains. Of course, I'll bring in the 20th anniversary Toad and the X-Men 97 series Magneto, which look really good with her. I think Magneto should be at least a little bit taller, but again, beggars can't be choosers. But excuse me, they all look really great together, for sure. And then for another size comparison, we'll bring in two of her teammates that I have, which is again from the 97 animated series figure, Wolverine, and from the VHS line, the Cyclops figure, which this by far is my favorite Cyclops and Wolverine figures that I do own. So those look really good next to her as well. But again, the figure is really nice. She looks good. She poses really well. But speaking of posing, let me get her to one, and we'll go into my final thoughts. So with the Southern Belle all posed up and ready to go for action, I think this is a must get. Now again, this figure is almost 3 years old, so if you missed out on it, you're gonna have no choice but to go the aftermarket, which she scales up to 45 to 60. I've even seen to $70 but compared to her animated series 97 counterpart, which goes for $90 to $100, I think you're getting a better choice picking up this one right here. No doubt about it. She goes well with any X-Men collection. But anyways, that's all the time I have for today, everybody. Appreciate y'all stopping by. As always, you all know what to do. And as I do, always say, take care.
Plastic Man, the one, the original Elastic Man, always in great shape for the shape he's in, the Fantastic